Everyone, today on the Mother Agents, we have Valente Fanning from V Management, New York City. All right, hey everyone, this is Greg Chan from the Mother Agents, and today on 15 Minutes for the Mother Agent, we have Valente Fanning of V Management in New York City. Valente, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Greg, for having me.
All right, we love having you here, and love having you on the Mother Agent. So, I guess why don't you start by introducing yourself and tell me a little bit about you and your company. You know, where you're based, your vision, your values, anything that you specialize in. You know, tell us about you.
Well, my name is Valente Fanning. I'm the owner and CEO of V Management New York, and I started it in 2014. And my overall vision for the agency is to be leading edge. We really want to be able to, drive the conversation of where the future of the industry can go. And I've done that by just scouting and development talent that I truly believe in. Also, that is kind of reflective of what I see outside, because when I first came into the industry in 2023, not 2023, 2013, as an intern with Wilhelmina, it was a different kind of industry then. If, of course, back then I felt like it was a lot against me, because it really wasn't any talent of color. And when I started it, I wasn't really as paying attention to color back then. I was just so happy to be in the industry, because when I used to open up a Vogue magazine, I always felt like it was creative, very, whimsical. That's what really attracted me to even work in fashion. But I started as an intern in 2013 at Wilhelmina in the women's division. I actually wanted to work in the men's division, but how I actually got started with modeling is I actually got started as a model in 2010 in Atlanta, Georgia. And from there, I was in Georgia and kind of contemplating moving to New York. I moved to New York in 2012, and it was very difficult because I was homeless. I was staying in like homeless shelters, and I really didn't know anybody. Like it was just literally me. I didn't have like zero money. I always hear the story of, people coming up here with $250 or something and making it. But that definitely wasn't my story. I didn't have anything. And so I was staying in like homeless shelters until I was able to get on my feet and, be able to do things. And 2012, I finally got my first chance to have my apartment in a room. I reached out to my landlord at that time and asked her, okay, well, I don't have any money, I don't have anywhere to stay, and I don't have a job. But if you give me this chance, let me sleep on your couch downstairs, I'll be able to, slowly but surely make sure that I'll be able to have enough to pay my rent. And she gave me a chance. She gave me a phone call, and she was like, okay, well, look, listen, what we're going to do is I'm going to let you sleep on the couch, but you have until the end of the week to find a job to prove that you're able to, pay me at the end of the month, your rent, and I'll let you stay. That was my moment. She gave me a week, and I didn't find not only one job, I found four. It was the job at Crunch that gave me my opportunity to promote myself in working in fashion, because I was doing such a great job there at Crunch. My managers, my operational manager, my general manager, wrote me some recommendation letters. And I made this beautiful binder of, internship submission. And it was two of them. I gave one to Wilhelmina. Then I went around the corner as soon as I dropped that one off. As soon as I was coming around the corner, Kyle Hagler was outside. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I was coming to IMG anyway to deliver this off, for internship submission. He was like, okay, well, sure, send it to, bring it upstairs to my assistant, Latrice Davis, and, we'll give it a look. And Wilhelmina gave me the call. I was able to start in the women's division, and I was very scared because I've never worked in an agency, never, worked in that culture before. but I just looked at myself as a sponge and I was just there to learn. I made it through that. Then I did this casting opportunity with Anita Benton. And that would really kind of set me forth of becoming a scout, because when I first came to the industry, I was very, 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 very shy. Coming from Georgia, didn't know, anyone. So I was kind of shy. But that opportunity with Anita Benton really propelled me forward and got me out of my shyness, because I had to street scout for Love magazine, and I had to look for bleach blonde. And eventually, I street casted someone that made it into the editorial. I'm just like, okay, I can do this. She made it a very pleasurable experience for me. She, gave me the confidence to like, okay, well, you're a scout. You know how to look for people that can get into magazines. And I just took that with me. But right before I started my mother agency, I got an opportunity to work at One Management as New Faces assistant. It just really opened up my eyes to, how not to treat assistants, how not to treat, human beings, and I promised myself that if I ever was to have a company, I never would treat anyone like I was treated. But that opportunity, though, was a blessing in disguise, because it taught me how to start a model from point A to point B. So little did I know, with that opportunity, it was kind of preparing me for what I'm doing now. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it went. What actually really started me and motivated me to start V Management. Girl came from Jamaica just for testing. So beautiful, so beautiful. But like I said, it was a different kind of time when it came to models. And she came into the agency. Nobody wasn't paying her no attention. And I'm just like, y'all, this girl is, wow, it's so stunning. And she is like, wow. And it was literally, I want to say late July, August, coming up to Fashion Week in September. And I'm just like, guys, because they was about to get ready to send her back home. I'm just like, guys, this girl is really beautiful, and I know she gets for Tessa, but maybe we should explore her, for Fashion Week. But see, at that time, Greg, it was a different kind of time, because it really wasn't any talent of color, and it definitely wasn't any agents of color. Because I tried to get other positions as an agent, but I was met with the feedback, oh, I already got my black agent.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm just like, it opened up my eyes. It's like, okay, that was my first introduction to tokenism when it hit home for me. You know what I mean? I didn't even know what was tokenism, that was even a thing. But once I had that experience, I quickly learned. And, just going back to what really led me to start the agency, it wasn't any talent of color. And I felt like a David and Goliath situation, because I had this vision of what the industry is going to be, meaning like inclusive, what we see out in reality every day in the streets of New York, just different shades of talent, color. But that wasn't the reality. And it got so bad, I don't know if you remember, Greg, but it used to be like a list of all the brands that wasn't working or hiring talent of color.
Yeah,
and
I remember
that, really was like, oh man, seeing that from Beth Ann Hardison and, all of the pioneers that she was working with at that time, like I really felt like it was a lot against me. But I used it as motivation to really, kind of get an idea of what my agency would be. And my vision at that time was just, okay, if I want to see diversity and inclusion, just naturally from the industry, as opposed to, oh, we're just doing this for a season or tokenism, it needs to start with me.
You got to create it.
You got to create it. So I created my agency, V Management, in 2014. And right off the bat, I wanted, diversity. I wanted inclusion. And I really wanted them to see, okay, well, this is what talent of color and high fashion looks like.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of was my vision to really propel me to start V Management.
And you've done it, and you've done it. So congratulations. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Valente, for that honest storytelling of you. You know, you've been certainly been on a journey. And you know, it really makes me so happy to see the type of work you do, because, you know, one of the things I love about New York City so much is that there's so many people that have come from so many other places, and every one of those people are hungry. They're dreaming, they're dreamers, and they're hungry to make their dream come true. And with or without anything. And you are one of those people. You are part of this story. So I love it. I love what you've done to make sure to manifest what you've achieved so far. So thank you for that.
And that's a very important word that you're using, because that's what I basically based me just even being here in New York and working in the industry off of manifesting. And I really feel like this, my agency, well, what I'm doing is just one big manifestation, because I used to just sit and think about this. I started my agency in Flatbush, but I used to sit and really think about this. And I used to get so inspired and motivated. And at that time, it was important because I was starting that agency. But as I was saying, you know, manifestation is a very important tool for me and how I operate with my agency.
Fantastic. I love it. So tell me, Valente, what gender models do you represent?
We represent, you know, both male and female and non-conforming. Um, I feel like now that's the thing now. People are really taking ownership of what they identify as, and you know, we have to respect that. I came into a point I mean, I came into the industry where it was kind of taboo, you know, when it came to like, you know, trans talent or non-binary. But, you know, now the industry is so diverse, you know, we have to be able to kind of like meet those efforts and what they're doing. And so not only do we represent male and female, but we represent, like I said, non-conforming and non-binary as well.
Fantastic. And how many models do you currently manage?
27.
27. Okay, great.
I've always lived by the motto quality over quantity, and that's forever evolving as the agency is evolving. So I try to keep the numbers low because I want to be able to, you know, really focus and deliver a great experience to each of my talent, you know, and really package them so that we are able to, you know, properly place them with the agencies that we work with. I don't know. I don't know if you asked me in the previous question, because I kind of went off on a tangent about my story, but the agencies that we work with our talent, we really like to align with those that really align, that really is intentional about aligning with us. On teamwork, just to name a few that comes to my head, I like to work with Next, you know, Heroes, DNA, just here in New York. If I could just think off the top of my head. But we work with others, but like I said, it's more so if the agency and the agents is intentional about working as a team.
That's right. That's right. It's so important. And as these models manager, the best thing you can do for your models is to align the models with the right team, the right personality, where they're going to maximize their chances of success.
That's right. That's right.
Tell me about some of the exciting jobs, you know, that some of your models have done.
Oh man, well, if I could just reflect back to when I first started the agency, my first model that I ever scouted, that I actually promoted to you when you was at IMG, I could just automatically think of a job that just like kind of launched, you know, me, my agency, and that's exciting for me was the Saint Laurent Worldwide exclusive. Also, another exciting job was I scouted a model in LA because I love to street scout. I love the street scout. I don't mind scouting online, but I love the street scout. But I scouted this guy in LA, one of my talents named Joshua. And I found him on Fairfax, and you know, we got him developed, got him testing. and I sent his images over to Carlos Nazario. And Carlos met him while he was in LA for a casting. The casting went really well. And next thing you know, Carlos introduced him through Helmut Lang in New York. And I was just like, wow, because I never really had any kind of experience with booking. But, I was just more so like to connect people and like to, at least try to bring the best opportunities to my talent. But it was just so exciting because that was actually like one of my first time handling a booking on my own. And he debuted with Helmut Lang, and then he went to Paris and did Lanvin. And that was my first time actually going to Paris on that. And I just could not believe that my first time was in Paris was through a job that I booked, and through a talent that I street scouted. And so, just coming off the top of my head, those are some exciting jobs that come to mind because of the memories and the experience of, how it went.
Yeah, I'm so familiar with that feeling. One of the things that drives me every day as an agent is the ability to inspire an artist, to know that you contributed some part of that, of inspiring an artist. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And by the way, just for the record, I did forgive you for that model that did not go to me with me. So I did forgive you.
And I learned my lesson. And I would never, ever, ever, ever forget your advice. You told me a rush decision is never a good decision, and it always stuck with me.
Still believe it. Yes, still believe it. Great. So let's see. Next question. Valente, what do you look for in a model?
I always get asked this question. And at first I used to kind of struggle with it, but now I'm getting more clear. Because what I look for in the talent, I look for something special because, let's just be real. We see hundreds and hundreds of beautiful people every day. You know what I mean? See hundreds, but I'm looking for something in particular because, I'm very spiritual. I'm very in tune with, my surroundings and, my feelings and energy. So I have to feel a certain energy from a talent. And also, what I look for is, I try to look for, the aesthetic of the clients that we work with, or, the agency's aesthetics that we work with, So if I scout a model, I can say, oh, well, I think, DM Castle would like him, or Anita Bitton would like him, or Ashley Brokaw would like this talent. So when I scout, I try to keep that in mind. As well as, okay, well, do they have, personality? Am I able to, engage with them and have a conversation? So of course, when I street scout them, of course, I initiate the conversation, and then I'm able to see, how their personality reads. And lastly, I'm just looking for, that sparkle in your eye, meaning like being a light. And I say, because I'm naturally a light. And, light attracts light. And that's what I believe. And I'm starting to see now the models that I'm scouting, they have a certain uplifting and positive energy about themselves. And the clients are able to feel that, and it resonates with them, and they're getting opportunities from that. And so I'm really starting to master and really learn, like, okay, they have to have a certain energy, because I get a lot of submissions via email, IG, social media, and sometimes in person. But I'm just looking for that special thing, that special sparkling, that special light. That's what really propels me to move forward.
Yeah, I understand that light. And are there any age or height parameters, to get with V management?
Well, of course, we think outside the box at V management, but we also have to be real and know, we're still in an industry where they still have their standards. And so we try to, align with those standards of having guys that are 6'1" to 6'3", girls 5'9" to like 5'11". You know, we were, of course, we are open to anything outside of those height requirements, but they have to be exceptional. They have to have something very, very special about themselves, something striking going on with the face or personality, to even be that exception. Because, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of competition out there. So what's going to make you stand out?
Mhm. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And let me ask you this: what percentage would you say you street scout versus online scouting, like social media and stuff?
Hmm. Oh, that's a great question. Most of my talent, especially ones that's, doing well, I street scouted and developed myself. So I would say it's more so 70% street scouting. The talent that has been street scouted. And 30% is online. Cause once again, I prefer to street scout. I love to go out and about and be able to provide someone an opportunity to change their trajectory, you know?
That's right. That's right. Great. Thank you. Blanche, what advice would you give to a young kid that wants to get into modeling, that has big dreams?
Um, well, if I can just speak to younger Valente, which in turn I hope that younger kids will be able to receive. But if I could just speak to younger Valente, who was a model, that you just have to know that you're beautiful, not only on the outside, but on the inside. And that's what matters the most, because it's going to be so many people telling you, how to be and what you are, but you have to know on the inside on who you are and allow that to exude, you know, to everyone, through your confidence, through your inner power, through, your hmm, assurance of truly who you are. And to, no matter if, I don't care if someone doesn't treat you how you treat them, or if they don't treat you well, always be kind to, people in the industry, because you never know who might remember you. It's people only solely working with me because I've been kind to them, or I've been very professional to them, and they remember that. Of course, love yourself. And you show that through taking care of your skin, taking care of your presentation, because of course we all know the business of fashion is your face and your body. And really taking care of your skin, take care of your body, and just take care of your emotional, mental, and just your physical quality of life. That adds to your power and your confidence to be able to learn to do everything else and excel in it. That's all I got.
Amazing. Bravo. Bravo. That
Thank
was
you.
awesome, Lindsay. Um, what what's most important to you as a mother agent?
Mm, what's most important is the overall happiness, and just the career progression of my talent. Um, I must say, I have lost people that I have adored, people who I consider my mentors, people who I wouldn't even say friendly, because the term friend in this industry is thrown around so loosely. So I would say people that I really worked well with, or I took a liking to. I had to, consider my talent, because if my talent feels like, they're not, successful, they're not progressing, they're not, feeling their best, I have to stick up for them. I have to be um that mother agent for them, you know, and that's what's most important for me, is to really be there for them, because I know how it feels to not have anybody. So what's really most important to me is taking care of the talent, really teaching them, proper communication skills with, agencies, and development. I love, love, love developing. I love teaching runway. I love showing talent, videos of like My favorite thing to show on YouTube is I think it's called Loic, his name in Paris. But he has the best videos, and you really get to, like, for a new model, you really get to show them and let them see, okay, you see what's going on behind the scenes, or you see what's going on backstage, or you see how it really is. Like, really pay attention. And I really love showing my talent his videos because it really enriches their development experience, because I add the spirituality aspect of it, of telling them to imagine that they're there watching it, or they're there, being interviewed, so they can practice.
Yeah.
And let them use their imagination. So once it does happen, they could be prepared and ready, because I was always told is success is when preparation meets opportunity. So that's what's most important for me.
Well said, Valente. Amazing. So listen, we've got one last question for you. And this question is a mystery question. So
All right.
we've got our hat full of mystery questions, and you don't know what you're going to get out of this mystery question. It could be
okay, I'm excited about this.
It could be anything from challenging the knowledge of our mother agents. It could be seeing what you would do in a certain situation. It could be your opinion. So we are going to pick up your mystery question, and your mystery question is, there's two. Okay, so your mystery question is, Valente, who would you rather fight in an alley brawl? A, Amber Heard, B, Britney Spears, C, Naomi Campbell, or D, Meghan Markle?
Oh man, in an alley brawl? Well, I don't know, because first of all, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. So I would say who I would love in the alley is Naomi Campbell, because she's a fellow Gemini like myself. I feel like she'll understand me. She'll get my what people consider craziness. But I'm not I'm not a fighter. So I don't know. And then all of them are females. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely won't be brawling with any females. But yeah,
you're just gonna turn that into a walk-off with her, huh?
Like, girl, you got it. I'm not gonna be arguing with you in this alleyway. You got it.
Right on, Valente. Awesome. Well, guys, Valente, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your insight with us, telling your story, allowing us to get to know who you are as a person, in addition to the brand. This has been really helpful, and we love what you're doing. And, I'm really proud to represent you on the Mother Agents. So thank you for being here.
And I want to make sure I tell you, thank you, Greg, for really creating this platform for us. You just don't know how much of a blessing it is for us, because we've never been seen in this way. We never really been highlighted and showcased. And for you to be such a visionary and to really make efforts of leaving a legacy like this is very commendable and very inspiring for me. You know what I mean? So I just want to say thank you for doing this for us, and you're doing something that's just bigger than us in the industry as a whole. And I just want to say thank you once again for having me. This is my first press interview I've ever done in my entire life. So I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I kind of like stumbled on my words, but this is my first interview. I'm kind of nervous, but I just did it anyway. But you made this a very comfortable, enjoyable experience for me. So thank you, Greg.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, it means so much to me. And, this is your platform. This is the platform that's built for you. So it's like, I want you guys to tell it. I want you guys to truly tell your story. This is your opportunity, because there's extraordinary work behind all of the names of the people involved in this community. So, you know, again, Valente, I really appreciate you. I thank you. And I will speak to you soon, okay?
That sounds good. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace, everybody.